Hey guys, so I wanted to do a couple things with this video. One is to update on my last chemo, which was round 2, and then also ask you a question, which it talks about in my title, which we'll get to towards the end of the video. It's important, just something that had that occurred to me this past week, experiencing all of this. So round 2, some things were a lot better, and some things were actually a lot worse. To start with the better, I wasn't as nauseous as I was the first time, which was great. I think part of that had to do with, as soon as I was done with my treatment, my oncologist said to go ahead and just start taking my medication for nausea right away. So I have a lot of different medications for nausea, and I don't take all of them, but she said this one to go ahead and take, and I did, and I did not throw up at all. Which was really nice and relief. I still did get sick for about 30 minutes. I was on the bathroom floor, just kind of curled up in a ball, just because that feeling is just, it's terrible. Over the next few days, I still had that nauseous feeling, but it wasn't as bad as it was the first time around. So some of the things that were worse was how much more tired I was. And tired isn't even the word for it. Like, it really felt like somebody just unplugged me or took my batteries out. Like, it just zapped me completely. And I was probably in bed for about 4 days. And I started to feel better. It was like on day 5, and I was like, great. And then day 6, I felt terrible all over again. And I felt like day 6 was probably, I started to actually feel depressed. Like I was I would start crying for no reason. I mean, for a reason, but I would just start crying throughout the day, and it was really hard to stop. And I felt like this feeling so tired really felt like it just defeated me. And it's a terrible feeling to feel like you need help getting out of bed. And I remember on that day, like, I had to get up and brush my teeth, and it probably took me about a good 20 minutes to get out of bed. I just didn't have the motivation. I was just tired. And then when you don't feel like yourself, it's just like, it's a terrible feeling. So by day 7 was when I really started to take a turn for the better. And I started feeling more like myself, and like going to work, and just having a little pep in my step like I usually do. Like, I love seeing people at work, and I love waving to them, and I love talking to them, and feeling like I was getting back to myself again was an amazing feeling. And from there, I really did start to get better. So today is day 12 after my last round. So in 2 days, I'll start round 3 of the adriamycin and the cytoxan. So we'll see how that goes. I'm just imagining it's just all accumulating on top of each other. So I'll probably feel more tired is what I'm thinking. Some of the other weird things is, like, my face started to break out. So like I have this, it's one of those like cystic type acne on my face, and it hurts, and dry mouth, I've had that. There's just all these other weird things that have been happening. But overall, I mean, it feels amazing to feel like myself, and to go through a whole day and not think about being too tired not to do something. So that was great. So the other thing that happened this past week that I wanted to talk to you about was, I posted about it on Instagram, and it was when I went to wear my wig to work. It was either the first or the second time, and seeing myself, and it's still hard, but seeing myself in the mirror through this illness is extremely difficult. Because sometimes you forget, honestly, I forget that I'm bald until I look in the mirror. I'm like, oh, that's right. And I was all dressed for work. My makeup was done. I had my clothes on, and this was the last piece. And I really just started crying, because this is terrible what this is doing. This disease, and then the medicine I have to take that affects my hair. And so I shut my eyes, and I just gave myself a pep talk, and then I looked in the mirror, and I said that you are beautiful, and you are strong, and you can do this. And so I thought about that. I've been thinking about that in that moment for a few days. And do you remember the last time I looked in the mirror and did that to say that I was beautiful? It was never. I have never done that before. And it took cancer for me to look in the mirror and to say those words, "You are beautiful." And I just feel like that's unacceptable. Like, why? Why did I have to wait for a cancer for me to do something like this? And it just like, why didn't I do this sooner? Why aren't we doing this more? I don't know about you, but have you ever done that before? When is the last time you looked in the mirror and said to yourself, "You are beautiful"? And that sounds, maybe it sounds corny, I don't know, because even if you're a male watching this, we are beautiful people. I mean, this is like the things that cancer has brought around, was just the amazing support of everybody. Like we are an amazing group of people. We are beautiful beings. And so I did this experiment on my stepdaughter. She's 10. I took her into the bathroom because I wanted to see how hard or how easy it really is to do something like this. And so I had her look in the mirror. And first I talked to her. I said, like, "You know you're beautiful, right? Like, you're a beautiful person, right?" And she's like, "Yes." And I'm glad she said yes. That was good. And I said, "Can you tell yourself in the mirror that you're a beautiful person?" And she didn't understand. And it's as easy as that sounds, and I understand why it's weird. It's hard, and it's not something we would do normally. And I said, "Well, what are the things that make you a beautiful person?" And she was confused by the question too. Like, "Well, what do you mean? I'm inside or outside?" I'm like, "Both." And she said, I'm kind and I'm helpful." And I'm like, that's a really great start. And so we tried to have her do it again, like look in the mirror and say to yourself, "You are beautiful." And she couldn't do it. She started to do it and just kept looking at me and telling me. And she did it over probably about 5 different times. She started to look at me in the mirror and to tell it to me because she had a hard time looking directly at herself, saying those words. And it really helped me realize, like, we need to do this more. We need to give ourselves more credit for the the person that we really are inside and the things that we do, and to tell ourselves why we're beautiful. Like, and I had her say, "You are beautiful because I'm kind. You are beautiful because, you're helpful." Whatever that sounded like to her. And we were probably in the bathroom a good 5 minutes. And I just wish, like, as I thought about it, I'm like, man, had I had felt that I was really a beautiful person at a young age, that I was really worthy of love, I probably would have made different choices in my life. And I told her that once you feel value and you feel that you are worthy and you feel that you are beautiful, a beautiful person, no one can take that away from you. No matter how hard someone tries, or how hard someone may make you feel, or how bad someone may make you feel in your life. Because there's a lot of mean and cruel people in this world. It's like no one can take that away from her. And I want to build a stronger woman in her, a stronger woman for myself, a stronger person for you, that you are beautiful. And so it's like I challenge you to try that next time you're looking in the mirror, to really use those words, "You are beautiful," because it shouldn't take cancer for you to say something like that. Say something like that to yourself. It shouldn't take this. And I hope that I can, like, help you and learn from me, and that this epiphany I have that, man, I am a beautiful person. I am worthy of love, and I am loved. There's no doubt about that. But man, just to instill that in someone younger than me, and even if you're older, it's just like, we are amazing people. We are beautiful people. So it's like, please, I challenge you, please try it. Try it at home. Try it next time you're in the mirror. And I'm not saying go and run tell people they're beautiful, or trying to help them come to this, but this is about you. And that's the thing. This cancer thing, yes, I have it, but this journey and the you watching isn't just about me. This is about you too. You can learn from me, whether it's doing a breast exam, whether it's getting a mammogram, whether it's self-care, whether it's self-love. It's like, use this to become a better person. So what's next? Round 2 starts on Tuesday, in 2 days from now. Again, I'm feeling great. I feel more like myself, and it's a wonderful thing. So stay tuned. I'll provide updates on my Instagram as soon as I can. So we'll see how that goes, and we'll be chatting soon. Thanks.